Welcome to Mumbai. So what brings you to Mumbai this time?
Well, I always like to come back.
Yes.
I like the people, I like the culture, and I like the food.
Okay.
So I would like to mention that. I came to see our monobrand boutique, which is open here. That was the main reason to come here, and I'm really amazed and positively surprised on how this boutique came out. Very proud of it.
Is that the first boutique of Ulysse Nardin in India?
Yes, that's the very first time, yes.
And worldwide, how many boutiques would
We
you
are
be
now at 20 boutiques worldwide.
20 boutiques.
And it's now, of course, besides Dubai, one of the most recent ones, yes.
Okay. And do you see boutiques as a part of an integral strategy for the brand going forward?
It's a side strategy, I would call it. We have a very pragmatical approach, what we are doing. We would have been ready here, and our partner, Mr. Chainani, would have been ready probably 4 or 5 years ago already to start a monobrand boutique here. But it was all about finding the right partner in the market with the franchisee. And so we waited for that, and now we have it. If you would have asked me a year ago, are you ready, do you have some plans, I would have said no.
Mm-hmm.
So the plan only came up or opened up about 10, 11 months ago.
So will we see the full collection with your expensive pieces in the boutiques now?
Well, it's never going to be a full collection, of course.
Right.
But of course it's going to be the biggest collection which you could imagine here in the market in India. So you will see some very rare timepieces on and off. And what you will also see is some exclusive timepieces which are only limited to our boutiques worldwide. Those are now accessible here in India as well.
So what is a good collection for a Ulysse Nardin boutique what's the collection like?
I think
30
we will
pieces?
showcase, we'll showcase though probably about 60 to 80 timepieces.
60 to 80
yes, yeah.
timepieces. Okay.
And it's not only about the timepieces, it's also the environment which you get there. It's kind of an experience, it's kind of feeling the DNA of the brand when entering one of those monobrand shops worldwide.
So I'll quickly go back to last year when we met you at Basel, this year. I personally liked a watch which probably was one of the best top 5 launched this year, which was the Grand Deck.
Yes.
So how has been the reception of the product worldwide?
It has been very well, because I think not many timepieces at Basel 2016 got that kind of coverage and interest by bloggers, by journalists, editors, and finally also by end consumers. Yes, probably the most successful timepiece of this year for us.
So have you started supplying?
We are done already with the supply. All 18 timepieces which we introduced have been delivered and are already all on consumers' wrists.
Okay. You are going to be at the SIHH this year for the first time, and I think we were just talking before we started interviewing you that you have really had a long association with Basel World. So how do you see it, one, transition to SIHH for the brand, and secondly for you personally?
Okay, I start with me personally first. I'm from Basel. I was born there. I always looked forward to go back. Did that now for 27 years. But the markets change. And I think it was a great move for us. We had the opportunity to join SHH. We decided already a year ago now to do that step. It is a lot related to exclusivity and to experiencing what's happening. So it's more a salon experience at SHH compared to Basel. I don't diminish the value of Basel, but I'm very happy now and proud that we made that step, and I'm looking forward to actually 6 weeks when the doors open in Geneva.
So is that more of a brand decision, or is it because you are a part of a bigger group carrying?
No,
how did the decision come about?
It was at the end a brand decision. Of course, there's no secret that Girard Perregaux was very interested to go back, because they were a founding partner at that time, and so it made sense for them as it made for us. But at the end of the day, it was a decision on our side.
Okay, I'm not probably going to get a very clear answer about what we are going to we will get to see at SIHH from Ulysse Nardin's side. But can you give us some idea?
I can't, because we are only 6 weeks
Yes,
from
yes.
there. Might be a long answer.
Yeah.
3 words really. Marine, the world of marine, you will see. You will see innovation, and I will talk about this quickly. And the third one is the craftsmanship and métier d'art. The first one is the feeling of the marine, our marine world, and the America's Cup. Obviously, 2017 is the year of the America's Cup. So that's one part. The second part is
That's with Artemis.
with the Artemis racing team, exactly.
It's
which
done
we are
pretty
sponsoring.
okay last week.
Yes, we made second
Yeah.
in Japan by just 1 point, so it was very tight. And
To Oracle.
exactly, and the Artemis racing team is the only one that made that won 3 times a series in the World Series. So there's
So
a good
that
chance.
association continues?
That association continues for sure until June, until the end of the America's Cup, and then we will see what's going to happen afterwards. So that's one of the themes. The second theme is innovation. You might remember that 10 years ago we showed a timepiece which was a prototype. It was called the Innovision. Innovision was a prototype showing 10 innovations, 10 patents which have never been done before. In the meantime, over the last 10 years, we introduced 8 of those innovations, integrated them into our regular timepieces. So what I can say, I give you a hint for SHH to follow. So you will see more in this direction. Now I leave this to your imagination.
In single piece or in
I'll let
multiple
you.
pieces?
I'll let you come to SHH and get surprised. But keep the word innovation in there, in your mind. And the third element of SHH 2017 is craftsmanship and métier d'art. What I mean with that is that actually about a third of our novelties which we're going to be presenting in Basel are somehow related to Dons et Gadrons, which is our dial factory where we produce Grand Feu enamel dials, Chanlevé enamel dials, and Chanlevé and Cloisonné enamel dials. So those are the 3 main elements, very strong elements for SHH 2017.
Okay. And the last question, like, I know you like India, you love India, and you like Mumbai. We like you for liking Mumbai. But how do you see the world market? It's going through some headwinds. You know, there is a lot of headwind in many markets. And what have you picked up for India in the past 1 or 2 weeks?
I can tell you one thing. I cannot comment on the current situation, which is of course currency related. We all know that. But I believe that things will stabilize and normalize. And I give you one example. Switzerland used to have a banking law, you know, the banking secrecy. And that failed. A few years ago, it was given up. It was old-fashioned. It was not possible to work like this anymore in a global market. For many people, it was the end. They thought this is the end of the banking industry in Switzerland. Today, the banks are stronger than before, they do more business than before, and they're healthier. So what I want to say with this is, whatever change comes, at some stage, shorter or longer, it will be normalized. And things which are not normal today, because it's a new situation to co-op, in a few years or in a few months already, have normalized. And that's why I'm not afraid, things will normalize.
And for a brand which really has a long-term vision like Ulysse Nardin, I don't think these things affect much. Right?
Well, of course it affects short-term,
right.
But for a business which is in there for 170 years, it's wrong to look at a period of a few months, a few weeks, or even a few years. 170 years, you can imagine how many of those challenges and crises Ulysse Nardin has gone through. So we will weather that storm just like India or China or Russia weathers their storms as well.
Okay, my last question. Ulysse Nardin, I'm handling watches for the past 16 years. And large part of that, I've seen Ulysse Nardin very closely, at least from 2004, where it was with the Schneider family. And I've met Rolf, Shai. Now you are from 2014 with a larger conglomerate, Kering. So how has that transition happened? So what have you gained from the association? What are the challenges? So if you could just...
Well, first of all, we went through a lot of changes over the last 5 years. You can imagine we went from a butler style to a management style company. We then had to prepare the company for sale. We went through the whole M&A process. So we were kind of guided into those changes. And once the decision was made that Kering is our new partner and owner, it was not a dramatic change. The change for me personally, probably, because my day looks different today than it used to look. But for the brand, which is the essential part, the DNA of the brand was not touched. Our goal to become 100% or 95% manufacturer independent has not changed, and that's key. So when you look at our product, if you look at what we're doing in our communication, even probably when you talk to me over the last 5 years, you will realize it's an evolution. It's not an abrupt change.
Yeah.
And that was possible with Kering, and that's why I'm happy that we are within that group.
Which watch are you wearing now?
Today I'm wearing the chronograph with an annual calendar, which we introduced in Basel. For me, a key piece. I'm very proud of this because it really resembles Ulysse Nardin DNA.